Hey guys, today we are in a Peterbilt 359. These are made from 1967 to 1987. They look great. I love them. I will leave a link. This is on Steam. I'll leave a link to this truck in this description as well as this trailer. This reefer is supposed to be a widespread, but for some reason it's glitched. We have frozen foods, so I should go ahead and turn on the truck. Now, I think I hear the reefer running. I also am going to leave a link for that in the description as well. There's a mod now where you can hear the reefer running. Just discovered it. I think that's what I'm hearing. The engine inside the truck today is a Cummins 444 with a 10-speed, and I'll be dropping manual today. But yeah. So, we're going from Oklahoma City. We got I-35. Looks like we'll have a way station in Kansas to Wichita, I-35, Salina, and we'll get off on the back roads to Marysville. Somewhere along the way, if it's like some nice farmland, I want to stop and take a screenshot. If not, it's fine, but I want to if I can. Oops. But if I can. So here, before we get going, here's the inside of the truck. Ooh, I'm lagging. I wasn't lagging before. I don't know why it started now. Okay, that's interesting. But as you can see, we got some Pioneer speakers. You can go into the back. I don't know where this lag came from. Literally, all I did was go into my settings and lower my volume. Okay, it's fine. But yeah, let's get rolling. Like I said, it's going to be a manual today, so like that, I'm going to stall the truck here and there. What is it? I literally was not doing this bad off camera. I don't know how to do really high RPMs on this truck. I love the sound of this engine. Only complaint is that I do not care for the Jake on this engine. It's too quiet. For the time period of this truck, it's too quiet. Before we get going, I don't know where all this freaking lag came from. Oh, my trailer. I want to be able to see my trailer. Literally, why am I lagging this bad? Hopefully when we get out of Oklahoma City, it'll go away. I was literally not lagging this bad a few seconds ago. Yeah, see, it's quiet. Okay. Okay, that was just a bad shot, but I mean, it's not the best. Now, the 358 and the 351 had killer jigs in them. Keep in mind, I'm in third gear. Jake on this truck will literally take off all the speed instantly, it feels like. So, one thing I do want to go ahead and share with y'all about this truck is, I'm sure the Steam community loves this truck, so I'm sure there's a fix for it. But I want to go ahead and tell y'all, just a heads up, so you don't download it if you're doing a career, that the headlights do not work on this truck. Like, they'll light up, you can see that they're on, but I actually had to sleep until morning because I want to start at 2 a.m. it just, no, they're not, there's no such thing on this truck as headlights. There's probably a fix on Steam, I'm not sure. But the chicken lights look good, and the reefer looks good. The reefer's a separate mod. I just wanted to share that with you, so I could be honest and open and truthful with y'all. That is a disadvantage with this mod. That is the only disadvantage. Everything else is great on this truck. What's the air horn sound like? Okay, so a normal air horn. What are we doing? Is it because I'm out in the road? Now the, oh, of course it turns green on reverse. Now the reverse lights work. Like on the side of the cab. I mean, yeah. Looks like we'll be on the interstate for the pretty much the whole trip to the very end. Okay, we're in 6th gear. We have a 7th. Just tripping out. No, I'm just being weird. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna show y'all. I gotta get a thumbnail real quick because this looks good. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna set it to about right there, and then yeah, perfect. Should have done a little bit of a brighter shot, but it's fine. Yeah, you can change the time. But yeah, like I said, the lights unfortunately do not work. There's probably a fix on Steam. I'm not sure. We get a ticket. I don't care though. Yeah. Cool truck. I would check it out. Like I said, I just want to be open about it. So if you're doing the little like also be a reason the jigs are quiet. They're not set to max. They're still quiet. But I'm saying something. It just feels loose. Like earlier when I was going to pick up SWAT, I went to turn really slow and it was like I was about to tip. So I don't know if that's because of the trailer mod or the truck, one of them. But this thing just feels really loose. Like right now, that's not me. That's the truck. So yeah, we're in Kansas, by the way. How's this place actually? Oh yeah, we gotta go through a tunnel. Watch my speed through here. Watch my speed. Toll Plaza. I think I'm just gonna drive through. Do not stop. Speed will be paid at the end of toll road. Alright. There was a couple engine options, like a modern Cat, modern Cummins, a big Cam 4. Unfortunately, I have a big Cam 3. There's just a couple others. We'll take a look at the mod at the end of the episode, or the end of the video, so I can show it to you. I'll break it down to you. Get off here. What the freak is this thing anyway? We've had to use a little bit of fuel, I will say. I just noticed my fuel gauge down there. Better downshift. There we go. Well, actually, it's 65 through here, people. Are we seriously doing this right now? Are we serious? Okay. You know what? Well, we do have to stop for the toll. Let that car go there. Just get behind this truck. I think this is the modern Peterbilt, or 5.6. Yeah, I think those are 5.67s. I like this truck better. $7, dang. Alright, let me through. I wonder if it would have let me through if I didn't pay. What's it doing? I thought it was supposed to go this way. Maybe it's glitching out. I was thinking I was going the other way. like I want to do something with a classic truck that's different. Like when I was like think of this truck, I think of reefer, and I couldn't find a old school reefer, not necessarily. So I just went with this. But like what I mean by that is, the cops. Oh no, the cops right there. What I mean by that is like, for example, 351 was logs, 358 was cattle. And like, I don't know, it's just jobs you see like these old Peterbilts doing nowadays, but you also gotta think some trucks like this still haul reefer. Not all the old school trucks do cool jobs like cattle, bull hauling, and logs. So we'll do this, it'll be flatbed. So just wanna change it up a bit. So yeah, the windows do have. What I love about these old trucks is they're hand cranked. So the mirrors have hand cranked. Oh dang, we're already getting off. I don't know why I got in this lane. The mirrors have hand cranked. Getting over. Sorry, Cascadia. Hand cranked animation, which is awesome. Oh, so the interstate kind of turns from an interstate I-35 to highway. Sure. Why would you brake in front of a truck just to speed? No, it's fine. Getting off here. Sixth gear. Seventh gear. Hopefully it'll just be a merge or a yield. I will notice, you know what, I'm not complaining, so I don't want y'all to think I'm complaining. I don't expect a 359 to do great on fuel economy. We used over a quarter of a tank on fuel, but like I said, I do not expect this truck to be like a Cascadia and do 8 miles a gallon, 6 miles a gallon. So, and it only has like a 130 gallon option, 100 gallon, 130. That's your jig for you. What is it doing? Okay, I don't know what it's doing. It's acting weird. 40, I'm on 45 through here. But like, you can add like the reverse light. Now the reverse light works, which is nice. Backing up at night, because I know that when we did the cattle, that was a nightmare. I could not see. But like I said, we're pulling up to the destination relatively short, and after that, I'll go and show you what y'all can do. Yeah, usually I don't drive like a maniac on the highway, but I never got a ticket, so we're good, you know? I was doing like 85 plus, but like I said, if you want realism for this truck's time period, that was just a normal speeding, double log books, 1,800 miles. 1,800 miles. It's just soft hands. This guy's turning. Just straight and sweet. What was that about? That didn't make no sense. What does this Volvo do? First of all, why does this Volvo have a freaking Kenworth trailer? Second Volvo. wonder if that's an AP or if that's just for the general truck. Like if you ran your truck all night long, and you ran it all night long, and your truck stayed cold. So you had to run your truck. I can only imagine reefers back then. They must have been louder. People complain about reefers today at truck stops. How do you sleep with these? I can't sleep next to these. I don't know how people do it. You gotta think. What was it like in the 70s and 80s with these things? They probably screamed louder than the truck. Because they have to keep stuff at like 30, 40 degrees. And you're in 80-degree weather. Or if you're driving through like Florida and it's freaking 90 degrees out, you gotta think that reefer's doing double or overtime to keep going. I just stopped the truck. But yeah, I think this truck only has a 100-gallon option. What's this guy doing? You gonna go, buddy? Okay, he's broken, I guess. How did I hit him? Oh, I did hit him. Man, shut up, cop. You're doing the same thing I am. I didn't mean to hit him. Oops, but he's frozen here, so... When it turns green again, I'm gonna have to just break the law, because this dude's literally went through the whole green light. And if that cop writes me a stupid ticket, I swear. But I don't know what he's doing this. Well, this is the same idiot from earlier that freaking got over. I thought he was turning off. Now you want to go? No. Please tell me someone. Maybe I just had to hit him. That's what fixed it. Please tell me somebody saw that. Where he was, it was a green light. He was just sitting there. I think hitting him fixed him because I think he was glitched. No, it's still a green light and he's still stuck there. Good job. Let's stop all this. Drivers. And turning in. Is this Swift? I didn't think we were delivering to Swift. We were. Oh god. Well, this is the end of this beautiful truck. You think me tapping that truck was bad? This truck is not making out of the Swift freaking terminal. Oh god. This thing's dead. Oh no, like these Midwest towns always have a Swift terminal in them. See, I'm on my clutch. I wish I could find a way where I could show how much force I have on the pedals. That'd be cool to put in the corner. Be like, hey look, it's not me. Get this back down. I may try to, you know what? We'll see how this goes first. Oh yeah, my truck's lowered, so this thing sits high. Stop, check. I can't necessarily see it. Come on. Now I'm gonna hit that reefer. These mirrors are hard to see out of, so please give me credit. Yeah, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps me out on the algorithm part of stuff. I learned this. I was watching one of those CDL videos. I don't watch CDL videos, but like they come up on my feed. And it was a guy, like, he was talking about why people fail their CDL test. And they say because they got to look this way, but they got to turn their wheel this way when they're backing up. So that's how I remember how to do it. So, lock my wheel, get out and check. I wonder. Crank down the windows. Jesus, we sit low. There was how low we sat. I don't necessarily want to hit any trailers, but theory, if I come out, probably asking what I'm doing. Well, since I have a longer frame, if I come out like this, coming the other way, because that's where I do better. I never hit anything, by the way, just right there. Never touched. Okay. What is it doing? This video is fucking crap. I'm just gonna submit it. At this point, I don't care. Whatever. God. That went to a nightmare. I don't know. That was right there is how to drive a Swift Truck 101. So, yeah. So you have options. So this is how the truck comes. It starts off like this in the dealership. You gotta fix it up. But like you have options like the 36-inch coffin sleeper. 63, which is what we did today. And then we got the retro dome. This kind of reminds me of a W900, not gonna lie. You can do stuff. It has multiple options, you know, different lighting configs, like squares, you know, like stuff like that. You know, you can do like custom stuff if you want, I guess. You know, like you can do what you want. And like I said, 130-gallon tanks, the big ones. That's an interesting look. Put some cool straight pipes, all that fun stuff. And like you can go over here, you can lower it. So my intentions at first were to do the 80s Nightmare, but I couldn't find a paint job that would go with the 80s Nightmare. But it comes with all of these. But yeah, I definitely check it out. I'll leave the description to all the mod stuff below. Here's your engine options. Cummins N855 335 small cam, a Cat 525 tuned, a 444, which is what we ran, an M14, a Cummins NTC 400 big cam 4, an 8V 435, a Cat 308 V8 500, and a Cat C15 550. So, and then you have in your transmissions, you have all of these and stuff. So yeah, check it out. I know the end of this video went to crap. I'm sorry, it happens. I was just, you know what, no, I'm gonna call it this. Even though that was crappy driving, we're gonna call it acting realistic at Swift. That's what that was. I was just driving like it was Swift, just how I would in real life at Swift. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, that really went to crap. And at this point, it's late. I'm tired. I just want to get this video out for y'all. But yeah, you can, like I said, you can customize it however you'd like. That's what I like. You can do whatever you want. So, check it out. For real, check it out. It's a cool mod. I'd check it out. Well, I am checking out, but I'd check it out if I was y'all. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the end. Thank you so much for comment, like, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.